This is Dale.
And this is Tay. We're the Jones sisters. Yes. So we're going to be working on some things. I know we talked about, we had some things that we'd be working on.
And we're still working.
It's going to be a work in progress along with our weight loss journey. But hopefully next week we'll have something dope
we're not gonna
to show you guys.
Well, we're going to show you guys. Well, you guys are going to know because when you click on this video, you're going to be like, what? They trying to get fancy.
So, anyway,
the title of this video is Temptation, Motivation, and Investing in yourself /health.
Yes. All right. So, I'll let Tay begin with her portion because her journey, she's a lot stricter on herself. Because she has done this weight loss journey before, so she's a lot stricter on herself than I am as far as when it comes to eating and calorie counting and things that are being eliminated. So I'll let her begin with temptation.
Okay. So guys, fighting temptation, honey. Like Dell stated, I am more strict on myself, but what she also didn't notate is that I weigh more than Randall now. So, I feel like, in a way, we're starting together, but we're starting at different points, right? And everybody's going to have that different ground on where they start and how they start. And also, because I have done this journey before. So, I know for myself what I have to do to I feel like, to get to the point where I want to be, right? So, if you know those things and you've been there and kind of done certain things, and you also know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. I know for myself that if I don't get strict on myself at some point in time, then I will revert back to old habits, right? And so there does come a time when I do have to become more strict, which is that time is now. And also, I can't tell you guys that it's called March Madness if I'm not going hard, I feel like, as far as this journey. And so, that's my reason for going hard with it. And also, too, going hard for me or being more strict on myself, it actually motivates me as well. So, that's a motivation for me because I feel like I'm reaching for new goals. That means every day I set out a path for myself that I desire to take that I believe will help me get to my end result. So, anywho, so temptation for me, it has been real this week, y'all. When I say real, I don't know why it has become more real this week, even though previous weeks I've been cutting back on a whole bunch of stuff. I done cut back on sweets, y'all. I didn't cut back, and I mean no sweets. I've cut back on
eating fast food.
No fast food, and we did that 2 weeks prior to even March even starting. So I was cutting back, and maybe because I have been cutting back totally now. This is my first week on cutting back on all carbs. That means no breads, no rice, no none of those things, not even in small proportions, right? So that could be, I might have just answered my question as far as why in the world have I been feeling more tempted than I was the previous weeks. The previous weeks I just cut out sweets. So I was still I still would do a bagel or rice, but I would try not to, I would choose. But either I had a bagel in a day or two waffles, and let that be the carbs that I consumed for the most part for that day, unless it was a small amount of rice. I would even do a half a cup of rice. I wasn't even doing a full cup. But this week, I watched people eat fried rice, y'all. I mean shrimp fried rice, house fried rice, egg rolls. I've seen people eat all kinds of stuff. My family wanted ice cream, y'all. I even called the store and said, "Do y'all have sugar-free ice cream?" I said, "No, ma'am. We don't have that." But so I said, "Well, y'all have to go without me," and that's okay. But that is a temptation for me, especially for weekends, guys. Weekends are the hardest time because that's when we would from Friday night on till complete Sunday evening. that was the time, and those were the times that we went out to eat, ate fast food, had sweets most of the time.
Yeah.
Not
so much during the week.
Not so much during the week. During the week, but this week, no. From my client eating out, my client don't even eat out. Honey, she wanted everything you could think of to eat out. That was fast food. I said, really? But it was okay. Survived it. Came home the same day. Family eating fried rice and eggs.
No.
And one time.
Well, okay. So what I do?
This was early, and then my mom. One of my friends brought my mom a nice little chicken and fried shrimp with fries. I mean, when I tell y'all, it seemed like everything that I possibly love outside of cookies, which I'm going to go there. I was tempted by in this week. It has been real. But I will say this. In that temptation, though, at first time I was like, oh man. But then that's when you have to, go ahead, Monia, before I get into that.
Oh, okay.
I was about to get into motivation.
Basically, with me knowing what Tay is doing as far as her
being very strict on myself.
Very strict on herself. I try to get my stuff. If I'm going to get something, I try to get it when she's at work, or when she's not home, so that she doesn't witness it. I try to find things like the weekend is our Stella Rosa weekend, so. We realized that it only has 110 calories for a glass, which is 5 ounces. So, though it was tempting to have more glasses, Tay did stick with one glass.
Yesterday, 15 grams of carbs.
So,
and I knew that.
so I try not to tip her too much. When I did order Chinese food, I know that she loves egg rolls. So I do too. So I ate my egg rolls before she came home, and I had her some beef and broccoli. I didn't realize that it was, a lot of rice in there, or that she wasn't going to eat the rice. I honestly thought she was going to eat just a little bit of rice and put it to the side.
This girl bought me beef and broccoli with white rice. Y'all. Nobody knows this, but I prefer, if it's jasmine rice, I prefer the white rice over the fried rice, right, y'all? So y'all know most Chinese restaurants cook jasmine rice. I love the smell of it, okay? And I'm just sitting there eating my little beef. I'm just eating the broccoli and beef out of it. I'm just shaking my head and I'm talking, y'all understand, I had a conversation with myself on, Fonte, don't you touch that rice. No, this isn't the time. I said, Brendel, how thought it was going to be in a carton. Just give me the carton.
I thought she was going to eat some of the rice, just a little bit of the rice. I knew she wouldn't eat most of it, but I thought she was going to eat just a little bit of the rice. I didn't know she was cutting out all carbs.
Well, I have a record of I was doing like 20, but I found out that actually with my weight loss that I can consume up to 30 grams and still be in like what they call ketosis, or that you're still kind of in that high fat burning protein marker, I guess. It will, what they call my goodness, it's called my MAC, I think it's called macronutrients or something like that. And so anyway, that means that's your what they consider your high fat burning protein type of whatever. What's going to keep your metabolism, what's going to get that going and revved up. So anyway, so when I am allotted some carbs, okay? So yes, I am. But I've taken kind of more of a Atkins start to this, because that first actually 3 days, he tell you no, he don't want you to look at a ketchup packet, okay? They don't even want you really chewing gum. So yes, that's why, it's very strict on myself.
So now I know if I am to order her beef and broccoli to just get, I even added extra broccoli to it. I was like, oh, okay, well, to be more vegetables. Yeah. So now I know to tell them no rice at all.
Don't just please.
But I do. My mom, she wanted ice cream, so I just was like, well, we'll go without, we'll go when Tay go to work. And she knows that Tay is working on not having sweets and stuff. So I would prefer if she just didn't ask while Tay was present, because generally I will get her what she asked for.
That's because Rendell, let's pause. Rendell spoils my mom with stuff that I'm normally like, Mom, because during the week, guess what Gwen eats? Gwen eats whatever I make. So if there's kale and a vegetable,
whatever I make. Like,
right.
Okay, so all right, so here's the issue, right? Here's the real issue why it was a struggle for Tay this week and for myself, because we were really not prepared as far as having our foods out or even cook. So it was kind of a struggle.
I was cooking at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
At 9:30 at night.
Getting her meals, going after work at night to get something to cook. Yeah. Even though we have food here, we just wasn't taking it out and having it prepared. So this coming week, we are going to prepare tremendously. Yeah. And like the only thing we'll really need to cook during the week are like vegetables, because I don't like reheating vegetables or anything. So that'll be the only thing that we'll have to focus on during the week, because we're going to make meats, like quite a few meats.
Yeah, tomorrow
is Sunday. Yeah. Tomorrow, and then if we are to have salmon or something, that's something quick that can be
that can be defrosted.
Yeah,
that's a quick. You run it under some water and it's defrosted like that.
So,
and it cooks very easily. Again, shrimp is the same thing. So those things,
we have to just be more prepared and be more mindful that it will be hard to stick to a healthy eating regimen if we are not prepared. Yeah. So that's part of temptation as well, because if you don't if you're not prepared,
properly prepared,
you will just eat anything.
You can. Now I won't say you will, because I did not. I still did not. Didn't. I will go to the grocery store before I came home. Thank God Walmart don't close until 11 o'clock now. And I will go and I'll say, nope, I'm looking for it. I'll try to find me a little Atkins meal. Mm-hmm. I'll find me something, even if I had to get me some chicken or whatever the case may be, and cook it real quick in our wonderful air fryer. And a salad. So I did a lot this week because I wasn't really prepared. I did a lot of salads. I just to really get rid of the guess of what am I going to get with this. I would just stick to protein in the salad. I just kept protein in the salad. So I will say this: even on times when you're not prepared, you can still do it. You can still eat healthy. You can still eat more protein and less carbs. I'm not saying to totally eradicate it out of your diet, because you do need that balance. But if you're going keto or you're going Atkins style, you are going to eliminate a lot of it, a lot of carbs out of your diet. So it is better to be prepared, but even if you're not, you still can do it. Also, Atkins have wonderful, delicious Atkins shakes. That I love. I told Dale that, I need to get some of those, because sometimes in the morning time, like this morning, like this week, I overslept one morning. So where sometimes I was able to be cognizant, okay, I need to do this, I just got up and ran out the house. Like literally got up, just did the bare basics to get me out the house and get to work, because I was going to be late. So that's another thing. Like sometimes stuff like that happens. Like it, and then all this week, come to think of it, I had 3 doctor's appointments on top of the day that I was late, on top of trying to help my client get stuff settled and done with her for doctor appointment. Like it's been pretty a busy week. So I will say, with all of that added in together, maybe that was why I felt more tempted, because it just, everything was kind of was on the go this week. And so, I mean, again, that could have been the reason why I may have felt more tempted than anything, because I couldn't really think about what I was going to eat a lot of times. I just had to grab something, even at night, because some nights I wasn't pulling. Shoot, the one night I didn't get home until about 10:30. And so it's just, sometimes stuff happens like that. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be the way you timed or want things to go, or how you want things to go, but you still have to be motivated to do what you know you want to do, or to go after the goals that you have. So my goal was to stick to minimum carbs, high protein. So I still had to do that, even within a busy and crazy and hectic week that it was. Now next week, there are no appointments at all. I don't have no doctor appointments. I have to help a client, but anyway, so next week will be almost like smooth selling, basically, for most of the days during the work week. So, I mean, it probably will be a little less tempting, or it may not. I don't know. We shall see when we get there. But
then we also, but you kept up with exercising.
Yes,
and I kept up with exercising. Still
exercise. That I didn't care. That night that I got in at 10 o'clock, I still said, "Rendell, are you doing exercise with me or not?" Rendell actually been doing exercise.
I try to do mine after I get off from work, so like early in the late evening. Just trying to get it done and over with. Still not a fan of it, but I know it's necessary, and so I just get it done.
Yeah. And then some days this week I've done exercise real early. One day I woke up about 30 minutes early, and I said, you know what? Instead of just laying here, let me go ahead and get up and do my exercise. So I did the exercise, and I like that. But the reality is, most mornings I don't get up that early, so I didn't even want to fool myself to be like, "Oh, you gonna get up early every morning." That I'm sorry, it just doesn't happen like that for me. So, but you know what? I went with the flow. That's my biggest thing, and going with the flow for me that means I still was committed to doing my exercise. I don't care if I had to fit it in the morning, midday, or late in the evening. It was going to get done on the days that I had allocated for exercise to get done. And so that's what I mean by being strict on myself. If there's something specifically that I wanted to accomplish and do that day, I set out to do it, and I did it. No matter what that day encompassed, no matter everything that had to be done, I still was going to do it. Now that gets to the point of being motivated and motivation. Some of the things that helped me throughout this week to be motivated through the times of being tempted were some of the encouraging words that I received from my mom, from doctors, from me going to doctors, and they're like, "What are you doing? You look like you're losing weight, or you look like you're feeling better. You look like, oh, I see you're moving better. I see that you don't look to be as stiff. I see, things like that during times of temptation make me say, wait, there's a greater reason for why I am doing and why I'm going on this weight loss journey. It's number one, and I forgot to mention this on my vision board, is to be so that I don't have to eventually get back surgery, because technically with some of the injuries that I withstand from the car accident, that's one of the things that they mentioned to me, is that, oh, this could possibly lead to back surgery. Well, I don't want to have back surgery. That is not anywhere on my radar. I don't want it if I can all help it. So the first reason why I wanted to go on this weight loss journey, or what motivated me was for my health and physical well-being. If I'm told, hey, if you drop some weight, this is going to be less strain and wear and tear on this area, then guess what? My eyeballs opened up and I said, oh, okay, well, let me first go ahead and try to lose the weight before we go any further and do anything else. So that has been a motivating factor. So even when I look at those things, I say, no, that may set me back from reaching my goal of not having to have back surgery, or not having to have extensive being poked and prodded with different types of needles for different types of things. Now, I have had one injection, and I do have to have another. But other than that, that's where I'm trying to keep it. And that's actually those injections are to help me get through exercises so my back don't hurt as bad, so that I can get to that weight loss journey. So all doctors, everyone involved with my care are aware what my goal is. My goal is to lose weight so that I can get a lot of strain and wear and tear off of my back. So that's my number one motivator, okay? And I realize I don't think I've ever shared what that number one motivation is. The second one, of course, are my fun desires of wanting to of wanting to, go parasailing and
Yeah,
go have those
coasters.
roller coasters and all that good stuff. Those are secondary. But those are still things that motivate me because I have to realize what's going to help me get to my goal. If eating that rice or eating certain things that I know are not going to be conducive for my weight loss journey right now, then I have to be willing to abstain. I have to be willing to say, okay, no, that's not going to help me. And so I just allow my goals to be my motivator. Whatever is your motivation, like I said, I received some compliments of, and also stepping on the scale and somebody saying, oh my goodness, I feel like you lost so much weight. Let's go see what your weight is now. Like, I mean, and for other people
to be excited,
for other people to be excited about what you're doing,
yes.
that is a great motivation, or it is a motivation for me. And it's not so much girl, I see you. You snap. No, it's literally because they see my health and my progress, and so that's a great motivation for me. Whether people join me on the journey of weight loss, doesn't matter. But the fact that they notice and the fact that they feel the need to say something that helps me. So, okay. And those times of temptation.
So, so we're gonna move on to what was the next thing? Motivation.
The next thing is investing in yourself.
So I love to shop. I love to buy things. So I have been being more mindful on what I buy, and I'm trying to limit myself to shopping for things that are going to be beneficial for our health and our weight loss journey. So, when I had a little extra funds, I decided to order some sweat vests. I looked up the numbers. I looked up the pictures. I looked up the sizes, the size chart. Now, mind you, we haven't even measured ourselves, so I'm just going by what I think. So I'm like, I'll get the largest size they have. So on the site it says 4X, 5X. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's the largest size they have. I know a lot of the shapewear and exercise wear run small anyway. Yeah. So I was like, okay, well that's the largest size they have. It should fit adequately. I know Tay giggled and talked about how her vest fit and how my vest fit. So I'm going to show you the vest. And this is after a few times of wearing it.
This is the wear.
So I kind of stretched it to its max. And I've exercised in it a few times. We found a way to make it work.
Make it work for us.
So we just pull it down instead of having it on our arms.
Because it's supposed to be all the way from here.
It's supposed to be a whole vest.
All the way, your breast area. I mean, your whole bag. It's supposed to be the whole thing.
So it doesn't work that well for Tay. I actually like the way it feels on me, even though it doesn't cover my gut, which is the whole purpose of me getting it. But I like how snug it feels like.
Yeah, I do like that too.
I feel like it's working on the areas that I have it on, which is my chest and my mid stomach.
That's true. Because
it fits like a belly shirt.
It fits like a belly shirt.
But I'm doing more. What is that? Investigating before I purchase the next item for exercising. But I am going to purchase some more. I just like buying the stuff. I hope it works. And then today we invested in some wrist weights and ankle weights. And we got them from 5 and below.
Y'all, don't be buying everything all the extra expensive just because I see it online. If y'all see something that interests you online, try to go to stores that you can get immediately. Yeah. Like we have a 5 and below in our area.
Or you can get some of this stuff from like Bell's Outlet or
at a better price.
TJ Maxx or Marshalls. It won't be the newest.
No,
but it still works.
It's still gonna serve the same purpose.
And then we got some dumbbells.
Yeah. And I got the same thing right there.
And then we have this.
Let me tell y'all about this band.
Apparatus.
Look at this band here. Let me show you. Okay. So anyway, this here, you can loop your hands through or feet through, right? This here has been a lifesaver even in my physical therapy, because you can do different stretches with these that will help your back, that helps your legs, help all of your arms, and it helps to build up them arm muscles, because you got to hold them legs and everything else up, yourself with this. But this is really good. I love this. It doesn't stretch, and it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be sturdy, so that when you're holding things in place, your legs or arms in place, it doesn't move, it doesn't shift. You can have a really good, strong hold on it. So that's what this is for.
And then, if you know me, which most of you guys do, because I haven't had any new subscribers, you don't know it. I do not like wearing shoes. I don't like wearing socks. I don't like wearing anything. So, while doing walkway to pals, normally, I'll stand on like a thick towel, or I have a yoga mat and I'll put it on there. But some of the walkaway, some of the, exercise walking videos, you have to move in different ways, so you're not always going to be able to stand on the yoga mat or towel. So we found these nifty toeless
see how it has those
yoga
grips at the bottom?
socks.
I love these, and it doesn't have any.
Yes, so I can still walk and exercise on the floor without wearing shoes and letting my toes breathe.
So
I was so excited, and they were like $4.50 plus tax. It adds up when you buy a lot of this stuff together. But just imagine, you won't have to purchase any more exercise items for a while. I think this stuff will probably last me about 3 months. I'm gonna go back and get some more toeless socks because they're awesome. And I'm sure I'm going to have to update my dumbbells and get like a larger size. I got 4-pound dumbbells. So but I also have 8-pound kettlebells.
Yeah.
So I mean,
you're actually gonna be good for a while.
But just $5 per item. So I mean, when you think about it, that I used to eat out every day for lunch. So that was probably like $6 to $8 a meal. So if I can spend it on that stuff, then I can spend it on equipment that will help me in my weight loss journey.
And also too, I figure this: if you were going to the gym, right? Which I told Rendell, said if we were going to the gym membership now, I don't care, even when they try to smooth you with the $10, they end up throwing some type of fee in there somewhere along the way that somehow you're paying at least one time of $150 or $100 at some point in time. Whether that's to cancel your subscription, whether that's a annual fee, whatever the case may be, at some point in time, you're going to spend like $100. So for us, I know I got some cell phone charges too, y'all. I ended up spending like $40. $40 is half the price, or what the YMCA was going to charge me at the time when I was seeking a gym membership. This was before pre-COVID. And I was like, $90? What am I going to be doing here for $90? I need to be paying. But I love the YMCA because it has so many different activities, individual workouts, and also group classes that I just love that type of setting when it comes to a gym. Swimming pool, all that good stuff. Saunas, all that. So it does have a lot. But I said to get started, and for us to show the commitment that we're willing to make, one, we have to be willing to invest in ourselves and invest in our journey. And this is part of it. And also, too, it's invest the time. How much time are we willing to invest in exercising first by ourselves without a gym membership? So I look at this, technically, if these items only last us 3 months, then that means we technically spent about roughly $15 for the next 3 months doing exercises and in that. So we've saved a lot of money. It's almost the same amount as what Planet Fitness, which is their $10, so they say $10 a month. So we have
now the sweat vest costs a little more.
Right now the sweat vest, our belly shirts.
I even got the collagen. I tried it. I'm going to continue to use it until it's over, until I finish it. But I really, as of now, I really don't see, the hype. What the hype is over it. It doesn't
help you.
It doesn't prevent me from being hungry. Everything that have said it suppresses your hunger, on me it actually does not. It actually goes against the grain because it makes me hungry, and I'm like, I know it's supposed to do these things, and that's with me drinking the water, and that's with me following the directions on there. So I'm going to continue to use it because I paid for it, and I'm going to use it out. But I think I'll look for something else. As much as I have been dodging Herbalife, I think that is going to be the best route for me.
Y'all,
because
Herbalife got this lift off that will change your life. You understand me?
That's my favorite thing.
Okay, and then also their meals, they have a protein-based meal replacement shake. You're full, you're straight. Like, the Herbalife is that stuff.
Their vitamins.
Wait, don't go get Herbalife unless you see a link at the bottom of an affiliate, which I may get for y'all too.
I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of it, and I know a lot of people.
They can hear of it, but they ain't gonna. If you're gonna buy it because you heard or tried, I need you to go ahead and click an affiliate.
Don't be surprised if we start selling Herbalife in the next 6 months. But it does work. The meal replacement shakes, they are filling. I just always felt like I needed to eat my meals, so that's where my dilemma always came in. When it came to Herbalife, was like, okay, I had a shake, now what am I gonna eat? But it's a replacement, so just getting my mind. That's where the mindset challenge really helped me to see that a lot of the things that we think are not necessarily concrete. Or factual. It's just things that we have been used to thinking or ways we've been used to doing. And so for us, we think that it's factual, but in all actuality, it's just opinionated.
And also to this now, I know everybody may have their own opinions about it, as far as meal replacement shakes or whatever the case may be. Some people prefer to make their own shakes with their own vegetables and their own fruits and things of that nature. Some people, don't mind doing the herb shakes, the powdered shakes, the protein, whatever works for you. I ain't gonna sit here and argue with people. Whatever work for you, go for it. But I will say this. Any meal replacement shake, as long as it's not all fruit, guys, because that's just blended sugar, honestly. So nobody want to say that, but that's the truth. Now if you throw some vegetables in it, you good. But allowing what a meal replacement shake does, it allows your body a time to rest and not have to digest something so harsh all the time. So it actually gives your digestive system a break and having to break down hardcore foods all the time. So it is good, and your body doesn't have to work as hard all the time. And when you're trying to lose weight, I think that can help too. And your body, whatever. It's about to stop. Oh shoot. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. This video about to end, so we got a little flash thing. So anyway, but so meal replacement shakes, however you want to do it, they're good. They're healthy for you. Choose something that you like, that you're used to. Like I said, as long as it's not a lot of high sugar and all that good stuff. But make it something healthy. Make it something that's going to be that you feel is going to be filling to you. Or you just want to try. But anyway, so if you have any suggestions on the collagen, which is to help support your joints,
yes,
and or any meal replacement ideas or suggestions, any I can't think. Any
exercises.
Yeah, any exercises that y'all may think, anything of that nature. Suggest it, put it in the comments.
Like,
comment,
share,
subscribe. Thank you.
And keep coming back to listen to us run our mouth
about
our journey.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
excited about our journey, and I think our excitement should excite you on whatever journey you're on.
Yes.
So, remember, we're the biggest cheerleaders, and I mean, if you have something going on that you would like to share, leave it link in the comments, and we'll come check it out. All right, thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Bring your clock to head an hour tonight.
Oh Lord. Anyway.